to discuss how to enter and edit the text and formulas in the Excel. Okay.
Yeah.
So today's topic is more important, and you will see that why, how, and what are the different things that will come into picture when it comes to the various types of formats in terms of text. What exactly the text? How the Excel, when we enter some text in Excel, how it is going to differentiate when we enter numeric data in Excel cell, how it's going to differentiate, and when we enter date value in Excel cell, how it's going to differentiate. And we already work with some of the references, but we get into this thing in details. We only touched
Okay.
relative references. We haven't touched absolute references. And there are various ways that absolute references will work. And it can be column, like where you can lock column or row, or you can lock both things as well. Okay. So when you copy paste the data based on what you lock, the references will change. In relative references, both, like till now we have seen both column and row were changing when you copy paste the data. Now,
Okay.
based on your need, you can lock either a column or a row. Remember this overview. We're gonna discuss this in depth and in detail. So how you gonna create basic formulas? Those things also you're gonna learn. And this is the same thing like relative reference and absolute reference. Like apart from these things, we're gonna also learn like what is fed mass. Okay. So, like when you have something like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, or brackets and exponents, how the Excel gonna act? Okay, so that's a rule, nothing but fed mass, and some also say it as board mass. In some parts of in various countries, it has different names. But remember PEDMAS, so that's a useful kind of thing. So we will discuss this as well. So PEDMAS, how arithmetic operators are sequentially arranged, and how the Excel will evaluate when we use this in formulas. Like whatever the arithmetic operators we use, how Excel is going to evaluate that. Okay. So these are the things that we're gonna learn today. And today's class is more important. Just remember that. Just give me a second. So to discuss this and to make things easy, I'm just creating a monthly budget. Okay. Normally everyone will have monthly budget. So I'm just going to create some monthly budget that which will help us to understand what different kinds of format of data that is useful and how we can create those things. Okay.
Okay.
So you went through yesterday's class.
No. I was very busy today,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
in weekdays I will go through both classes,
Okay.
inshallah.
Yeah. No worries. So what kind of expenses we have in a month? Okay. Just try
Okay.
to understand it. Like you have a rent. Okay. And you have something called healthcare. Okay, everyone, we spend something on healthcare. We have something called food, and we have something called travel. Okay, and what
Mhm.
else we have? We have something called uh, entertainment. Monthly we spend, and we have something called even education is one of the aspects. So let's consider these are our expenses. Okay, and like let's see like there's a month called Jan. Okay, There's a month called Feb and there's a month called March. So these are the 3 months. Okay. Now, like when I enter some text in each cell, so defaultly this text is aligned left or right or in the mid. Yeah, Mana?
Uh-huh.
So is it aligned in the left side or right side or in the middle side? It's in the middle space. When we enter the text like Jan, Feb, March,
It's left.
left, right. So just remember this one thing. Whenever you enter text data, Excel
Mhm.
automatically makes it left side. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm just trying to enter something like for rent. Let's say it is 2000. Okay. I have entered it. It's just making the right. Okay. So whenever I enter some numeric data, it's aligning itself to the right. So Excel within itself, it is creating or it is making numbers in right aligned and text as a left aligned. That's a default feature of an Excel. Okay.
Okay.
Now, like I just want to put like some healthcare 500 and food as let's say 1000 and travel as 800 and entertainment as 400 and education as 100. Okay, that's for January expenses. Now let's say like even like I want to have something in February as well. So like I just want to put some random numbers, rather wasting my time. I just want to put some random numbers. Okay, I'll use rand between. Okay, it's a function. So bottom and top, two numbers we need to input over here. These are the two arguments in this function, rand between function. It's just to input the numbers. There's nothing we are using over here. Just remember that it's a different way to input the numbers. Random numbers, we are just inputting it, okay?
Mhm.
So rand between, I will use just 300 bottom and top is 3000, okay? Enter. It picks randomly, okay? What I did after entering the formula, you just keep a watch over here. I just like the number should be between 300 to 3000. Now this is a
Okay.
bottom number and this is a top number. Okay. I just
Okay.
entered it, this function. You always see that this number is always changing when I enter it. Okay. It's 1799 now. Now it's 959. Okay. You
Why
see
is
that?
that? Yes.
It's always changing, right?
Yes.
So
Each time you.
yeah,
Mhm.
rand between is something. It is randomly picking between 300 and 3000. And whenever you always change something in Excel, let's say it's 23179, you might think it's a stable. Now I will enter 345. Okay. It's again recalculated it. Okay. It's always changes when you change something in any of the cells. It's always random. Okay. Excel
Okay.
always, when you enter something or when you change something, this rand between function always makes itself a new change between these numbers. That's a default feature of an Excel, okay? Just remember that.
Mhm.
And every time let's say you have some formulas over here or here or here, everywhere. You enter some number, Excel will recalculate every formula again, okay? Just remember that feature as well.
Okay.
Excel will always recalculate its formulas whenever you open a workbook, whenever you refresh something, or whenever you enter a new data. Remember these points. Okay.
Okay.
So now I just want to enter the random numbers for February between 300 and 3000. I am just coming over here and double clicking on it. Whenever you see a mark plus, just double click on it. You can see the numbers, okay? Numbers over here. Now, like once you enter the data, you don't want to change this data. How it's gonna possible? Because whenever you enter something, it's changing. Okay, whenever you enter something, it's changing always. But you want to make a stability over here. So what you can do over here is you can select this data, okay? Right click on it, copy, and then again right click on it, paste values. You see here, you just click that paste value. Now you don't see formula in the formula bar, right? You just see the numbers. That means what we have done is,
Can we go through this again?
yeah, go ahead, Mana.
I'm just mixed up. Can we go through this again?
Yeah, sure.
Just to be
Yeah, sure. So till now you have understood.
from the the numbers.
Okay. I have
Let's
deleted
start of the farm.
from here, okay? Is it fine from here? Or you want to make it start again?
Before the farm.
Okay, before the formula. From here, you want me to start.
Yes.
Okay. The RAND, try to understand the RAND between, okay?
Okay. What actually is RAND?
Yeah, it returns a random number between what I specify, okay?
Okay, so it's just a random.
Yeah, random, something random between bottom and top, or top and bottom.
Okay.
So that's a function, inbuilt function that Excel has given to some specific scenarios, like where, for example, you do not know what to put, but you have something like high value and low value, okay? You got it? Hello? 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 I can't hear you, Mannam. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, what was your question?
Same thing, like we will get with this formula, we will get a random values, right?
Yeah, random guys, and which always will change when you update or edit something.
Okay.
Okay. So hope you got that. So even you can see the description returns a number between the range what I specify. Okay. So ran between bottom is, let's say, 200 and top is 2000. Okay.
Okay, I got it now. Okay.
Just enter it. Okay. It's like I'm just going to the corner of this until the plus sign appears and then double clicking over here. So what it did was it dragged the same formula. It dragged the same formula till whatever the data I have here. Okay. Till whatever the data I have here, it dragged it. So the formula is same. It is 200 to 2000. It is 200 to 2000. It is 200 to 2000. But it is making sure that the number is not the same. It is random. When it takes the first number, it is not picking the same number in the next cell. You see that? You see that? You see that? It's always
Yeah.
changed. It's not the same number. Now, when I go here and just enter 1, you see everything got changed again. That's the automaticity, or you can say recalculation, that the recalculation that Excel has automatically, that it always changes its formulas whenever we enter data or whenever we open the sheet. Okay, just remember that.
Okay.
Now I'll close it. Again, it got changed. I just deleted the number, it got changed. Now, just select this, okay? Just select this and right click, copy it, okay? And then right click,
Yes.
make it value, okay?
Okay.
The reason to do this is we don't want this to be changing every time, okay?
Okay.
We want it to be stable.
Okay.
Okay, because the expenses will always be stable, right? They won't, they don't change continuously. It is
Okay.
just I have used RAND between, because I know my lower expenses, I know my what is the high end expenses. They may not be right, but just to input the numbers in an easy way, I have used RAND between. Okay,
Okay.
so that's the use of RAND between. Now again come to March. And I'll again use the RAND between, okay?
Okay.
Let's see what does RAND does. It's doing something else. Let's use RAND between. Again, confuse the things. So let's say in March I have a budget, minimum I'm thinking like 400 to maximum 5,000. Okay, I have some
Okay.
good amount. I just want to. Now let's see over here. But just one more thing. When we drag the formula by double clicking over here, it got till here, wherever the number is 100, wherever the last row has the data, it got till that point. Okay. Now I am just look at here. I'm just entering 1,000 over here, and I'm just trying to double click over here. Let's see till where it goes. Okay. Double click. So it got whatever the data the column C had, the column D had went till through 10th row. What I'm trying to say over here is that whatever the left column, let's say for example, C has the data till 10th row, and I'm trying to drag this formula and just double clicking it, it defaultly going to till 10th row. That's the automaticity that Excel has. Remember this thing, until wherever the data is present in column C, and when I just drag the formula by double clicking over here, it is going until 10th row, wherever the data is present in column C, till that point it is traveling. After that, it is not traveling. Just remember that this is the feature of Excel.
Okay.
You are able to make some conclusion over it. You are able to understand over here.
Yeah, kind of. Yes. Means so it's it's the formula of Excel which is calculating it randomly,
Yeah. So let's say I have data.
and when you drag it down, so it
Yeah. Let's say I have data till 11th row. Okay. So when I drag,
but you told me like it can travel after 10th row, so then you have to put manually, right? If you
yeah,
want to
I
go
have to
down
put
there.
it manually. Yeah.
Then on the second row, it will go to okay.
So for February, like let's say for February, Just copy it over here. It will only go till ninth row because the data of this drag is
It's
dependent
following,
on,
okay, because it's following
yeah,
January data, right?
yeah, it is depending on the January column.
January, okay.
Yeah,
And the March data depends on February.
February. Yeah, that's how it is. And now you see, whenever I press F9, it's recalculating. Just F9 I'm pressing, it's recalculating constantly. Or
But
I
what is so it's just randomly calculating the next month data, right?
yeah, right.
Whatever numbers you gave it to it. Okay.
Yeah, right. So I'll
And
just
how it helps in real life, this random data?
yeah. So let's say, for example, uh, I have something here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's say so rand between it's just like the only thing ran between is like what I have used is it's just top and bottom limits that we pick from these numbers. Okay. And
Mhm.
the ran between is a kind of thing when you do sampling. Okay. And when you have few things like you just want to take like I have 1,000 rows and each row has like numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just want to pick randomly some data, like you have some data over here like name, city, and customer, how much he purchased. Likewise, you have 1,000 rows and you want to just pick some rows like from 1 to 1,000. So it will pick up those like sample of data out of that. So largely for that purpose, RAND between is used, but in terms of Excel, it's just only for inputting data. Like you have a small range and you have a high range. For that purpose, it is used largely. Just remember that. Now, like hope that clarifies your question.
Can you come again and one more time?
Yeah. So let's say I have a data, okay? I have
Okay.
thousands of data. Let's say this data has like 1 to 1,000 rows. Okay. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is serial number. So name, address, what did customer purchase amount. Okay. So likewise, I have 1,000 rows. Okay.
Mhm.
Likewise, I have 1,000 rows. And I want to take some sample of this 1,000 rows randomly. So what I can do
Okay.
is rand between, okay. I'll just choose this and again I'll just choose the last one. Enter. So it is randomly selecting the 11th row data. Okay. Now
Yes.
if I want to select, okay. Now here I'll just show you one more trick. Let's say I have 1,000 rows, okay,
Okay.
and one is least, and what is the highest? I don't know. I'm just going over here, and 1,000 is the highest, okay, of my data.
Okay.
And I just want to have a sample of this data, sample of this data for 10 samples, and it should pick randomly, okay.
Okay. between 8 to
Yeah. It has picked
1000.
randomly. My sample has been picked randomly. Okay.
Okay.
And I just took 1%, like 1,000 out of 1,000, only 10 rows. That means that is only 1%, right?
Yep.
So I just want to pick 10%. So I need to increase this to 100. So I picked the 10% random sampling out of my 1,000 rows of data what I have, and these are the random numbers and random sample I happen to pick. You got it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the use case. So now let's continue this. I'll just make this as values, copy, right click, values. Okay. So till
Okay, so
now,
what you did now, so you copy and okay.
yeah, what I did is as there was a formula in column C and column D, I selected this. Okay. Then
Mhm.
right click, copy, and then made it
Okay.
values.
Okay.
So
Now they
that,
become values.
yeah, now this has become values and there's no formula over here. Okay.
Okay.
Now we will go and make some totals here. And here as well, totals. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is a kind of like a good concept over here. We have learned things like how the text behaves, how the numbers behave, and how we can make formula as a value. These are the things that we learned. Now we just gonna insert some date over here. Now this is Jan 2023. I just want to insert or say this is Jan 2023. Okay. Now when I say Jan 2023, like here when I entered Jan 2023, the two things has happened here. Okay. It just made this text into date. That is the first thing. Okay. And it
Okay.
defaultly it said that it is 1st of January 2023. When I entered only an year, it defaultly said that it is the 1st of January 2023. Okay. Now let's see, let's come over here. And when I say 2023, uh, here also like two things has happened. First is it is it is converted into date. Second is it has said that it is 1st of February. Okay. 1st of every month. It is taking defaultly 1st of every month. Just remember that. Now again, like I'm just making it 23. So it has done the same thing. It is 1st March of 2023. Now, when you see like just go back. I'll just pressing Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay.
So if I want like starting from 15th of February, so how we will do that, or
Yeah, we can do that. There's no problem with that.
can we make understand this to the Excel? We can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we can do that. Just simple
But
thing.
what will happen, like then we just write February 2023, it will start from 15th, right?
Yeah.
So it will follow automatically like February, March.
No, it won't follow automatically. We need to manually input. But there is
Like if you do,
yeah, we can do it
uh-huh.
in our own ways. There's no problem in that. Let's say
Okay. Okay, I got it. I know, I just wanted to make sure if we put 15th of Jan,
yeah,
so so it will automatically do 15th of February or 15th of March. Okay.
no, it won't do
But
automatically.
it won't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not with the dates. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go back and just check out what exactly the difference has happened. Okay. Now this Jan,
Mhm.
if you see over here, it's a general. Okay. This is also general. This is also a general. This is also general. This is also general. This number is also a general. Okay. Now I just made it 23. So this has become custom. Okay. You see, general has changed to custom. Okay.
Okay.
The thing is, Excel considers the date as a number. Remember that thing. The Excel considers the date as a number. But here we can see custom, and here you can see general. Okay. So just want to make sure, like here, when you click this list, there are various formats. One is general, one is number, one is currency, one is accounting, and short date, long date, time. There are different fractions, okay, and there are more number of formats. And once you enter over here, you can customize however you want. So this custom is reflecting over here, and this custom is saying that MMM-YY. That means it shows a month in three words, and then hyphen, then it will show year in two numbers, like 2 digits. Just remember that. Or else if you want to change something, let's say I want to say it as Jan 2023, like complete year, okay? Let's make it YY, okay? You got it? We got Jan 2023. You see over here, it has changed from Jan 23 to Jan 2023. Okay. Now
Yes.
you want to make the same format over here. Let's say 2023. Okay. You can directly even enter that 2023. Okay. Okay. Till now, things are clear, right? Date, whenever we enter date, it is a number format. Whenever the number is entered, it is a number format. Whenever text is entered, it is text format. We have learned 3 formats till now. Okay. But date is a number format only. Just remember that. The reason
Okay.
I'll tell you in brief, like when we enter into formulas.
Okay.
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 So like what I'll do, I'll just take a quick break of 5 to 10 minutes. We can get back again. Is it fine?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Okay, sure. I'll just stop it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's try to understand like what are the different things like when you see something like numbers, or this is a kind of currency, right? Rent is a kind of like we are trying to calculate in terms of currency. So it can be, it can be dollars as well. Like here we have currency as rupee. Okay, it should be normally we can even use that dollars as well. What I can do to make this as a dollar, like it should appear with the dollar. So I can, just right click on this where I want to change it as a dollar and go to format cells. And then we have currency. You can use any kind of symbol over here. Okay, it is rupee presently. I'm just going to make a change to US dollar. Okay, it's asking how many decimals I want this to be placed. I'll just make it 0 decimals. Okay,
Okay.
you see the format over here? It's
Yes.
$2,000. And for presently, I'm just going to remove it, the dollar sign, and let's say like we have some digits after points or decimals. Let's say we have 2 digits, okay? And just I want to make it 0.57, okay, 0.67, 0.87. Now, let's say like my data is aligned to the left. My data is aligned to the left. Dot 65. Okay. Here it is dot 45. Okay. Let's align it to the left. Now Excel, if it can't, if it can't uh, align the data, the numeric data to the right, and let's say if it is aligning the numeric data to the left side, okay,
Mhm.
and you see that the data is not arranged in a structured way, and the reason is that, like, if you see this dot, it's just going, it's just circling, you see this shape, it is making yes over here, this dot. Just if you just imagine the dot, it's just making, a random kind of numbers. But in default way, the Excel is aligned in the left side. So the dot, whatever the dot you see, it's coming in a straight line. You see this? Earlier it was into zigzag way. Now it is in the straight line. So that is the reason why Excel arranges its data in a format that is most, aligned way, or most useful way, and we can see whether the data is in continuous structures or discontinuous structures. So that's the reason Excel defaultly have a sense that, hey, it is a text data or it is a numeric data, and how should it arrange decimals, and if we have given an input of date, it will have something like these kind of formats. Okay, just remember that. So before we proceed to the next section, that is what
Total.
hello,
Yes, the total amount. Yeah.
the total amount. I just want to have some date discussion. Okay, let's say this is the date you have. Okay, copy and paste over here, and this date is nothing but 1st of January 2023. Okay, when I change
Okay.
this to number, you see something is happening here. It is saying 44927. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now this is nothing but 1st of Jan. Okay, Jan 2023. Now I just want to make it Jan 2022. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to make it again the number. Okay, now, like, when you see the difference between these two numbers, okay, let's say
Mm-hmm.
this minus this, it is 365 years, 365 days, right? So
Okay.
what this number signifies is that, uh, like, till Jan 1st, 2023, Excel is saying that these many days has happened, like 44927. Okay. Now between Jan 22 to 23, there are 365 days. Okay. Now let's consider, like, it should, like there are 365 days between Jan 22 to Jan 2023. That means, like, this number signifies the number of days, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say, for example, I just want to go and say Jan 1901. Okay, it's 1901. Okay, and same thing is over here and make it number. Okay, it is saying 367 days. Now again, just go back and paste here. Now say 1900. Okay, Jan 1 1900. Copy over here and paste it. Make it a number. Okay. So what Excel is doing over here is that it's just saying on Jan 1900, Jan 1st, 1900, Excel defaultly took it got started. That is the Jan 1st of 1900. It is saying it is the day one in Excel. Okay,
Mhm.
the day one in Excel. Not only in Excel, lot of reporting tools. It can be Access, it can be SAS, it can be various systems. They'll have some default date. Here it is Jan 1st, 1900, where Excel is calculating this day as day one. What if I say Jan 1899? Okay, just enter it. What should it have? What should it give? I just paste it. What number it should give? Can you guess it, Mana?
No.
Okay.
January 1st January 1899.
Yeah. So this. I said 1890. I'll find the reason. For now, just you can remember this. Like 1st Jan 1900 is the day one in Excel. And Jan 1, 2023 is a 44,927 days. It has happened from Jan 1st, 1900 to till Jan 1st, 2023. That's what you remember it. Now, let's say what is the today's date? So we have a function over here today. Okay, just enter today. It will give today's date, and you can see the number of days till from the start of
1900.
1900. It is 44,983 days. Just remember this concept. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, like this data, whatever you see over here, what do you think? This is a continuous data or this is a discontinuous data?
When you total it, it's I think continuous data.
Okay. Now, if I just delete this one, what do you think? Jan data is continuous or discontinuous data?
Continuous, but just food is
It is discontinuous data. Okay.
if because of we take out food, it become discontinued.
Yeah, that is a discontinuous data because we are missing some data over here. It's not continuous.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
Okay.
make it, what do you say? The data, which is continuous data. So
If
largely,
you miss anything in between, so it will become discontinued data.
that's right.
Okay.
So just remember that continuous and discontinuous data. Now there are various definitions and various types of data. Some say various type, discrete and variety of types of data is available. But just for Excel sake, just remember this thing, continuous and non-continuous data. So the reason why I'm saying this concept, continuous and non-continuous concept is that, let's say, for example, you want to refer some cells, you want to refer this entire table, okay? You can give the name monthly budget, okay? Okay, this is the name of this table, monthly budget, okay? Now, if you want to just give some names to this two, again control and this third one, okay? You can give a name to this discontinuous ranges as well. Okay, you can say it rent, healthcare, travel. Okay, we have given the name to discontinuous data as well. Okay, now just if you select these two and you select this one, it should be this one. Okay, you can use this for naming, and also you can use this for formulas as well. How? I will show you in upcoming classes, or even we can use, we are going to make it some formulas today as well. Okay, just remember this thing. And there are different ways, like if you only want rent and healthcare and travel to be displayed in a graph as well. Like if you want to go for a graph, even this selection, okay, let's say for example, you have chosen only three things: rent, healthcare, and travel. Okay, for Jan, Feb, March. This is non-continuous data, and that's how you can use the non-continuous data for pulling a graph as well. Okay, just remember this. We will discuss the graph separately, just for sake of whether it's a continuous data or non-continuous data, and how we can use this continuous and non-continuous data.
So non-continuous data is something which is discontinuous. It's not happening anymore.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, right. But in terms of usage, how we can use based on
So
non.
when we use the graph, so it doesn't mean like it's continue, or it just continue from certain date or something.
Uh, I'm just trying to ignore over here the food. Discontinue. I just discontinue food, entertainment, and education over here. Okay.
Okay.
So how we can use the ranges, or how we can use our rows in a continuous or discontinuous manner, and with that usage, how we can put our charts. That's what I'm trying to explain over here.
Okay.
Okay. So this parts we have used as a discontinuous graphs based on our needs. If you want to make it continuous, just select it over entire and then insert some chart. Okay, that's a continuous one, entire data.
Mhm.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now, let's say, let's try to understand what is the formula. Okay, we have a formulas. There are various kinds of formulas, and we have a separate tab as well for formulas, and which has insert function. When I click this, it will give different kinds of functions, like some average, if, hyperlink, counts, and sin, sum if, PMT, standard deviation, and we have a category of formulas as well. Like when I click all, it will pop up with all formulas. That includes all kinds of categories like financial, date, time, max, figure, statistical, logical, engineering, cube, web. There are a lot of formulas we have over here, and we can choose the category when we insert the functions. So the reason to just give this insert function is that I can just click it, and if I want something like let's say I want something like text function, call it as find. I can say okay. Okay. What find function will do is that it will find text. Let's say I want to find some A in the total. Okay. A letter in the total, and it will find with the A in the text total. Okay. A10, and starting number should be 1. Okay, let's say okay, just click okay. For example, it has popped up one more window, like I'm trying to find A. Okay, within the text, this one. Okay, the total, the start number is 1. Okay, that means it has to start with T. Okay, TOTA. That's the 4th position. There is a A. Okay. Now, if you see here, returns the starting position of one text string within another string. Find is case sensitive. So that means, like, if there is a over here, it should give 4. Okay, the result should be 4. you can see the result over here as a 4. I just say, okay, it has found A in text A10 and it has started its search from first position. Okay. So where do we find A in total? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 at fourth position. That's what it has given. Okay.
Okay.
So this is just to demonstrate what kind of formulas we have. We have text formulas, we have logical formulas, we have date and time value formulas, and within date we have network days, today, weekday, week num, and days 365. There are various uses of these formulas, and it completely, depends on how you modify your formulas. When you've been given some scenarios, and there are various ways that, like, if two persons are trying to fulfill some task, they both have different ways and they will apply different formulas in fulfilling the same task. Okay. And
Okay.
one person might have 3 to 4 logics on the same concept. So those things will constantly vary according to the needs, and it is not like we just have to get into the same phase and we will get the result. It's not that way. It doesn't work in that way, because if you whatever the scenario you're facing, and if you need to write the formula, it depends on the situation, and also the user can predefine the things based on what is feasible to him or what is easy to him. Based on that, he'll write different formulas. That's how the formulas will work. Okay.
Yes.
So now, like, let's say, like, I have a formula over here and I just want to evaluate this formula. Okay. Here in formula auditing, we have something called show formula. Okay. When I click show formula, it is showing like what exactly the formula is referring. Okay. All those things it is showing. When I close it, it is not showing the formula over here, but we can always refer for a formula in a formula bar. Now, next thing is evaluate formula. Okay. I'm just clicking evaluate formula. So what it is doing is, see, first it is trying to evaluate A10, okay? Then it gave the value total, and it is finding A, okay, from start position. It got evaluated, it gave the value 4. Okay, that's the use of evaluate formula.